Guys, subscribe to WorldWideChels.
I WorldWideChels.
WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thank you for your support.
Let me make sure you lot can hear me. First of all, can you not hear me?
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Perfect. Guys, what's going on, people? Welcome to another Chelsea live stream where Chelsea have destroyed Tottenham 3-0. Should have been 5-0. Should have been 5-0 like predicted yesterday. But listen, when we get into everything, two different halves. First half, I'm not going to lie, I was a bit worried, but it doesn't matter because second half, we absolutely showed what Chelsea are all about for sure. This season is going to be a very, very good season. I'm going here with special guests. First, we've got Justice. Justice, how are you, bro?
Yeah, look, we're not playing at our best, but we're winning 3-0. Okay, we did not play well in the first half. I don't care what anybody says. They had more men in the midfield. They overran our midfield, and they dominated because of that. You know, without any end product. But second half, we made the changes, brought Ngolo on, and the rest is history, man. So, yeah, I'm really happy the way the team played in the second half and responded to a challenge. But we need to get into this, and maybe some people aren't going to be too happy.
We will get into it. Guys, just before I introduce everyone else, I want to give my full credit and appreciation to two people. Obviously, Thiago Silva and those guys will get the credit from the panel. But Marcos Alonso, Kepa, I want to give credit to both of these players as well. I think Marcos Alonso had a very good game as well. And I'm looking forward to Josh. I want to say very quickly, Josh has created Twitter, I think, for myself to join the stream as well. So, Josh, how are you?
Yeah,
bro?
I did.
I'm happy to see
Yeah,
you.
my Instagram is down for whatever reasons. So I hopped on Twitter just to be able to join you today.
That's real, man.
Fair play to Marcos Alonso. I'm in the mud on that one. I've been down on him for a while. He played well today. But yeah, I think the big change, we all know the big change came when we brought on our real offensive powerhouse in Ngolo Kante. To show you how to run that.
We are going to get into Money Mace, of course, very shortly. Andrew,
yeah, you could change that nickname right now. He's just Mason. He's just Mason, okay? Just call him Mason. He doesn't. Money Mace is in the mud, dude. Mason.
We just call him Mason. Yeah.
Just don't call him Mason. Call him a bricklayer.
Josh lagging a bit.
He's a bricklayer.
Yeah, he's lagging.
Am I lagging a little?
Yeah, you
okay.
are. You're lagging McGee right now. Can't lie.
Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit.
You guys go ahead. Then. Go ahead.
Andrew, talk to me, bro.
There's nothing. This is just me. My history. I've hated Spurs as a Chelsea fan the longest, and just to put the Spuds in their place in that shit all over them in that toilet bowl as well is just a glorious thing. I want to praise Thomas Tuchel for acting at halftime. Whether to change formation and keep Mount on will be seen the same, I don't know, but he changed it. We look very good. You know, Alonso is not my favourite player, but he was excellent today. I give.
It's the Tottenham.
If I don't like the player and they play well, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. He played very well today. He played very well today. And Thiago Silva, 37. He's going to be this soon. 37. Are you sure it's not 27? He could have had 2
goals today.
Are you sure it's not 27? He's going to be. He's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant today. And for God's sake, back that money truck into Rudiger's yard right now, man. Just give him this goddamn new contract, all right? He was excellent. Ngolo Kante, chat all you want about off-the-ball work. The man's the king at off-the-ball work, okay? No one can touch this guy, okay? He was awesome, but praise Thomas Tuchel for changing it as quick as he did. So.
Well said, man. Well said. Let me introduce everyone else quick as well. KJ, Kojo, how are you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. Obviously, got the prediction right. I know my football, I know my team. But credit where credit is due. I think Marcos Alonso heard my critiques about him defensively. He improved this game a lot. Thank God for that. Ngolo Kante doing what Ngolo Kante does. And he answers the question. It doesn't matter who we put in goal. If he's playing on the field, the ball will never, ever touch our defense. So big ups to him. As Andrew said, let's just give Rudiger his contract already. It doesn't matter how much money he wants. Just give it to him because he's very pivotal. Thiago Silva, amazing. But, we'll get into the rest of the players. But, yeah, happy for the win. Happy for the 3 points. We keep on moving.
Well said. And lastly, the co-host, Matt, obviously with your name, rest in peace. Jimmy Greaves, of course. How are you, bro?
Yeah, I mean, obviously waking up to the unfortunate news wasn't the best. Obviously, it was quite of a coincidence that when we played Tottenham, Jimmy Greaves obviously passes away, being Tottenham legend, that their all-time top goal scorer, but more importantly, one of our Chelsea boys, and arguably a legend at Chelsea in the time he's played, scoring over 100 goals for the club. But yeah, I mean, as we said, first half, a bit of a stinker. I think the way I'll credit Tottenham, the way they played with their high press. I don't think anyone was expecting that before the match. The way they played, and I think even Tuchel got caught out a bit for it. But the changes he made by taking off that player that we're going to speak about soon, that player that's in the mud for I think he's had a crap season since the Euros. I know people will say against that, but there you go. But once we took him off, it was brilliant. The game changed. We got our goals. Kante's goal was a bit lucky, but when you've got diabolical in defence, that's all you can expect.
Whoa.
What is that?
In the background,
Man, sounded like R2C. Sounded like R2C free throw, man.
In the background, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
What's going on, bro?
But no, Josh is muted. It's not Josh. Someone else.
No wonder his Instagram's down if he sounded like that.
Who is that?
Hey, it's Matt. Wait, Matt, say something?
Yeah, it's Matt. Sorry, is it Matt?
Is it me?
My days, man. You shouldn't be talking anymore, bro. What are you doing, man?
I ain't got anything on. I don't know why it's lagging like that.
No, it's not Matt.
It's Kojo Funds.
Nah, it's not me. It's not me. I'm talking right now.
Man.
I'm talking right
now.
Hello.
Yeah, it's not me because I was on mute. So
hello.
We know I have a proper setup.
I can hear it. I can hear it again.
It's Josh. That for some reason Josh is getting through somebody.
It's got to be me.
It's
got to be me.
How is Josh doing it?
Josh, just leave it. It's like that.
Josh, just leave the stream, bro. Just leave, bro. All right, guys. I think this is a good time to play the sponsors, man. This is a good time to play sponsors. Yeah, we'll be back.
Are you sure? Sponsor foot one.
Yes, guys. Today's video is sponsored by the One Football app, the #1 app for all Chelsea news and in general for all other clubs, of course. But you can find out every single information around the club right here on this app. All your transfers, incomings, outgoings, all your general injury news, team lineups, predictions, everything you will find on this app. Make sure you guys definitely download that. You can also, rather than going on Google and put a lot of effort in, you can see where we are in the league, you can see where other clubs are, how many goals conceded, how many goals scored, etc. You can also check out the squad information on each player to keep you guys up to date. And finally, you can also check out all other competitions, not just Chelsea. You can look at rival clubs, you can look at different competitions, the internationals, for example. And definitely, I would recommend this app. If you guys want to check it out, click on the link in the description. Go check it out. It helps me a lot. And you'll be seeing this app a lot more on my channel. Big up everyone that's supporting the channel. And thank you, One Football, for the opportunity.
Can you not hear me, yeah?
All good. I'm
just making sure because it's always cuts off. I just want to say a few more things before we let the panel speak all things Chelsea. Just very quickly, download the One Football link in the description. And if you guys want to join the Chelsea shirt giveaways, send in any super chat and I'll note your name down. I'll be announcing a winner within a month probably for the Chelsea shirt giveaway. Anywhere in the world, send your super chat. We've got Serena, so I'll enter him. Of course, you couldn't do it yesterday. Big up myself, Alfred, Jesters, Matt, Andrew, and Josh. Big up the mods and family. London's Blue Kante is a shift in the gears for Chelsea. Well said, man. Well said. So, guys, drop in your super chats. if you want to join the Chelsea shirt giveaway or enter it, of course, and we'll be announcing one very soon. Big up all the support, man. Just as we'll start with you, man. Let's try to highlight the positives. 3-0, of course, before we.
Oh, absolutely. So, look, we'll get into the hate later on. We can do the nice stuff first. So positives. One, Alonso rebounded from 2 bad games to have a very good game. Look, again, I would have rather Chilwell played, but Alonso played well. And like I've always said, I don't care who you are. If you're playing for Chelsea and you put in a good shift, whether I want you to play or not, I'm going to praise you. So here's his flowers. I'm going to send him a dozen roses or whatever. He's going to have all of it. He played very, very well today. And, maybe if we could give him Chilwell's pace, we would be a lot better. But, no, you couldn't ask anything more from maybe scoring, but he had an assist. He locked down his side. So yeah, he played wonderfully. Thomas Tuchel, mad laboratory having Dexter, man. This man saw what everybody saw on TV. We got overran the first half, made the change in the second. The second half wasn't ever in doubt. We blew their doors off in the second half. And that is what a proper manager is seeing where things can be fixed up, where you can shore up, where you can exploit, making those changes. And of course, if you can bring NG on, world-class talent. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
By the way, guys, is it true Chelsea and Liverpool have the same exact results this season for every game?
Yeah, identical stats.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And only 1 goal conceded each as well.
That is absolute crazy. That was against each other.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
unreal, man. Unreal. That was unreal.
I'd argue we've played better teams though.
That's not a given. That's not a given, man.
There's always one guy that has to add the salt.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out. I'm giving some context
No,
to the
it's true. We
stats.
played better teams at our worst as well.
Yeah. I can't lie. Yeah, I wanted to give Marcos Alonso man the match in it because Thiago Silva scored. He gets.
Thiago Silva was supreme that whole match. He's the best centre back in the world right now. Only Van Dijk. He's the only person on Van Dijk's level.
No, I wouldn't even put Van Dijk in. That is wrong to do to Thiago Silva. Van Dijk can't even lace his boots. Let's have it correct.
I'd say
the man is 37.
I'd say the only one. I think Thiago. I'm not having Thiago as the best man because I think Rudiger's the best at the moment. But
no, he isn't. Ruben
Thiago
Diaz ain't
Silva,
on his level.
Who put Ruben Diaz?
No one said Ruben Diaz.
I thought you said Ruben Diaz.
No, Rudiger. Why would I say Ruben Diaz?
Oh, Rudiger. Oh, I was going to say.
No, Ruben Diaz. No, man.
No, I like Rudiger, but Silva is the.
Not having Robert Diaz over Rudiger, man. Not having Robert Diaz over Rudiger, man. That's not happening.
Thiago is always, he's lost a step. He's 37 years old. You're going to lose a step. But he knows. He's got this right here. One thing that you can always make up for is knowing where to be in every position every time.
Yeah.
And he's always there. He's always doing the exact right thing at every moment on the pitch. To cap it off, beautiful header to put us one up.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to watch. And if anybody thinks we don't have the best defense and the best center backs, those 3 right there, best center backs in the Premier League playing together.
Yeah.
There is no doubt. Nobody can come at me anymore and say, no, sorry, Liverpool, you conceded an open play goal. We haven't. We've played better competition than you. We still haven't conceded from open play. I've had enough of this Scouser nonsense or anybody else. We have the best trio of center backs in the league.
Yep.
And it's led by that man, the ageless wonder, Thiago Silva.
Oh, he kissed the badge as well. Yeah, he did kiss the badge. I loved it.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He scored.
Yeah, he kissed the badge. Good scenes, people. Good scenes, man. Matt, talk to me, man, about the game.
Yeah, as I was saying before, I mean, Kante's goal was a bit lucky, but you know, when you've got diabolical on the
It was
pitch,
going in anyway.
you can't help it.
How
No, but
dare-
that's what I mean.
How dare you?
It is a bit lucky.
Hey,
It comes off diabolical, goes in the post and goes in. But I mean, Kante didn't even know what to do with it. And then the last goal by my man Rudiger. Sadiq, get me on the big screen because I've got pen and I've got a little contract here for you, Rudiger. 200k a week plus bonuses, 5-year deal with an option of an extra year. Just sign on the dotted line. Come on, sign here. No need to talk to Marina. I'll be on the phone to her. Just be like, Marina, I'm getting it sorted. We're gonna sign the new deal and cement yourself in Chelsea history.
Are we gonna ignore who assisted? Are we gonna ignore who assisted that goal?
No. I'm gonna get on this.
Goal?
Timo Werner, Kazilla, don't come on this stream. Don't come and chat to me about Timo Werner. Timo Werner, come on. Yeah, he might have missed a chance, but the thing is, you've got to. I can argue the second one isn't really. I thought that was a good save from Lloris. Don't think you could have done much more than that. Maybe you could have hit it a bit harder, but there you go. But when Timo is on the pitch, we play better. The amount of chances Timo creates will either just moving the defender away or creating it himself. He got the assist as well. I'm not being funny. You've got all these technically great players like Havertz, Ziyech, and then you've got Mason Mount who just runs about. But none of them create a contributing goals or contributing to creating chances like Timo Werner is. Timo Werner had 20 minutes and he's done more than Kai Havertz done in the last 3 games. He's done more than Mason Mount's done in the last 3 games. He's done more than Ziyech done in the last 3 games. So Kazilla, don't come on this stream and chat about Timo Werner. Timo Werner should be in this squad.
I can't lie. Listen. The pass, the assist is there in it, but I think Rudiger made it look special.
No, but it was a great pass. It was a great cutback. Cutback.
Sorry, that ball was put exactly where it needs to be put.
No, Rudiger banged it properly. I don't think.
Yeah, he banged it proper, but
like that, man.
Is Mason Mount or Havertz doing that right now? Mason Mount can't even make a simple 5-yard pass.
Perfect.
Listen. Lukaku run up top. I think they should have put away chances. Man.
Look, first of all, Josh, you're a little bit better, but you're still a little Yankee.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm driving right now. Lukaku played 3 balls.
I messaged him saying, "Are you driving?" I knew it.
Oh, he's like,
you jumped again.
Lukaku played 3 balls to Werner in that 15 minutes. Damn it!
He's like 10 seconds behind.
You might have gotten a wreck, dude. Don't be laughing.
What?
He could have gotten a wreck when he said, "Damn it."
Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah.
Oh shit! No.
He said he's driving.
No wreck. I'm just pissed. No wreck. I'm just pissed.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, dude, he sounded like he just hit somebody or somebody just hit him.
Bro. Oh, don't say that, man. But it's always you, man, scaring me.
Hey, man, you don't know what that meant. You were in here laughing. The way you said it, I thought something happened, like he dropped his phone underneath the gas pedal, stuff like that.
He's typing privates and I'll just listen. Josh, I'm sorry, man. I hope you park up soon. And I didn't mean anything bad, by the way. Charlie, big up to you for the donation, man. I'll put you in the giveaway as well for the Chelsea shirt. This performance and others proved Mount is not undroppable. So poor.
just ignore that.
The one thing I can defend him on was everyone was struggling in the first half.
No. You're sounding like Johnny now. You're sounding like Johnny now.
Guys, let me finish. On a serious level, even Kovacic was struggling against Ndombele.
Yeah, but the midfield, I can understand why the midfield was struggling because Spurs played a diamond formation and was pressing out 2 players. But Kovacic and Jorginho were always, even if it was just Kante on the pitch, they probably would have still struggled. That's what I said on Ryan's stream. We needed a 3 in midfield, which Tuchel did. But Mason Mount and Kai Havertz. Yeah, but that's John. You're saying like Johnny will probably go and say, "Oh, but Havertz was bad." Yeah, we know Havertz was bad.
He did.
I'm saying the problem. No. Listen, guys. Just quickly. I'm saying he's definitely a problem. It should be dropped 100%. I'm just saying that everyone was bad in the first half.
Yeah, but
he did say Havertz was. He did say Havertz was worse.
Yeah, but it's. But the problem is Mason Mount's done it. Even in the Euros, the whole Euros he was trash. and this whole season, he has not been that great. He's been average at best in some games, and the recent 2 games, he's dropped stinkers. And it's no surprise we changed the game when he comes off. He is not undroppable.
I'm not disagreeing.
No
with that.
one can tell me that he's
saying,
undroppable.
the first half that we watched, everyone was bad.
Okay.
Look, I didn't see Lukaku. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see how.
Like, what's Lukaku supposed to do?
Bob, there was times when Mount and Lukaku should have linked up. Like, the pass from Lukaku back to Mount.
No,
the
pass before.
No, don't even do
the pass to Mount.
The initial pass to Lukaku was bad, though.
Yeah. Mount's first pass was terrible.
No, but
Mount's first pass was terrible.
But
the initial ball was bad.
That was the wrong side to go. He should have gone left. He shouldn't have gone left.
Yeah, I know. Havertz was on the left. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But
I think even if he sent it to Lukaku, if he actually made a proper pass to Lukaku's getting that on target. But he made a crap pass to Lukaku. Lukaku then can't take his shot. So he didn't even take a touch. He's just passed it back to Mount because that's all he can do. Maybe it wasn't the best, but when you put in a hospital pass like that to Lukaku in the first place, that's just not good enough. And then even then, Mason Mount messed up the shot in the first place. So Mason Mount has just been the problem this whole first half. I like Mason Mount. I'm not someone who. But Johnny's going to come on. Johnny's going to come on and call me a Mason Mount. Hey, I like Mason Mount. Money Mace, big up Money Mace. But he hasn't been good enough, and we need to understand that he needs to be dropped.
Special guest, Matt. Hang on, I'm so sorry. From White Hart Lane, we have to get it. Big ads, you know.
Oh, big up.
Let me see the stadium, man. Where are you? Where are you running away for? Where are you?
Yeah, pods, man.
Your audio is bad, bro. Your audio is bad. We can see you, but your audio is bad.
Yo.
That's a lot better.
There we go.
Turn off your video. Turn off your video, you'll get better audio.
How does that work?
Because you're using too much bandwidth right now. So turn off your video, you won't lag as much.
Big ads, you know.
Can you hear me?
How was the game?
Yeah,
it was good, bro. It was good. It was good.
Did you celebrate?
It was weird sitting with the Tottenham fans, man. Huh?
Did you celebrate?
Nah, I couldn't celebrate, bro. A little bit.
Ads wouldn't be here right now if he celebrates.
Nah, but at the end, I stayed a bit too. Cause I was sitting right behind the Chelsea fans, yeah. So I had to chill to see the players in after the game. And all the Chelsea fans looked around and they were getting onto me. They thought I was a Spurs fan, innit? I told them to shush and I started a carefree chant. Say. And then the Tottenham
big ads, man.
He's like, get out. They're trying to kick me out the stadium.
Man. What about your brother? Where's your brother?
He's sitting right next to me, but he's gone, but he's cut.
Oh, where's what's his name? What's
Archie.
your boy's name? I forgot his name.
Archie.
Yeah, Archie, where is he?
He's right next to me, bro. He's pissed off, G.
Send my love to him, man.
Huh?
What were we talking about, guys? Yeah, listen, guys, everyone in the comments, listen, I'm just trying to be as balanced as possible.
You're just trying to be a troll, we know. We understand. You're trying to just stir the pot. Stir the pot. We saw your eyebrows, bro. We saw the eyebrows, bro.
Sadiq, can I just show how a tweet of just someone who is once again showing how little he knows about football?
Yeah, put that bad boy up there, because I know what it is.
Oh, man, respect Nini, man.
No,
go on out.
No, that man is waste. He's a waste man now.
Respect Nini, man.
I don't have to respect anybody. No,
I
give the worst.
Man, respect everyone.
Respect everyone, man. Respect Kazilla, man. Respect Nini. Respect Johnny. Respect.
Respect Kazilla, because Kazilla actually has, while he has some suspect takes, Bamford being one of them, but Kazilla can back up his points. Nini just flirts youth agenda all the time, Mason Mount agenda all the time, and then
Johnny
hates certain players for no reason.
Johnny just wants to get teabagged by Tony Mount. That's why he's doing it.
Josh is gone, right? Sorry, so now I forgot to read this out, man. Don't get pulled over.
Chelsea's winning the league.
I don't know about
He
that.
called it. He called it early, man. That's good. Hey, wait. What about? Would you believe it more if we beat City next week, Sadiq?
Yeah.
If we beat City next week, will you believe it more?
Well, when we beat City next week.
Come
Well,
on,
if we
man.
come
No
out
one's
with
stopping
22
Chelsea
points
right now.
out of, if we come out with 22 points out of 24 out of this opening fixtures, I think that says it
We're
all,
on
man,
13,
really.
So
No
16
one's stopping
points out
sorry,
of
not
18.
13.
No
Sorry,
one's stopping
16,
Chelsea right now.
16 out of 18. Sorry, I do apologize. Yeah, 16 out of 18. That'll be something, man.
Guys, just quickly, I need to disappear for 5-10 minutes. I've got a family round, of course. If you guys can, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification, tune every single day. Send in super chats to join the Chelsea shirt giveaway. I need Matt or Jess to take over. I'll probably do player ratings if you lot are free.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
can do it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I
If
got
anyone
the
don't
screen.
believe, if you lot can just message me.
Share the screen. Let me share my screen. There we go.
Yeah.
Can everybody see that okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit. No, okay. Maybe.
I can make it bigger if you want.
Just
Yeah,
a
just
tiny
make
bit
it
bigger.
bigger.
Yeah. Just a
No, you
tiny
lot,
bit bigger.
if
Yeah.
if anyone leaves, yeah, just
That
DM me
bigger?
on Twitter, yeah. DM me on Twitter.
Yeah,
I can't look at here, yeah.
Okay.
All right, bro.
Alright, man.
Like the video, people, man.
All right. So we're gonna start off in goal with the injury substitute. Mr. Kepa came in, did what he had to do. We'll start at the top with Andrew. What do you give Kepa?
6.5.
7 out of 10.
Do you know why?
What do you mean?
There was a bit in the first half where he
What do you mean
misjudged it.
6.5?
Well, let me finish. Let me finish.
You're not supposed to
Let
be
me
here.
finish.
You
Yeah,
can't be
let me
here.
finish.
Go.
Let me finish. There was a bit in the first half where he failed to save it properly, and it pushed out. And if the Tottenham team were actually on it, we could have got punished. So there was still that odd mistake there. Other than that, I thought he did well. And the thing I gave him 6.5 is that, can you name me an outstanding save that Spurs forced him to make?
None. He wasn't forced to make any
None.
saves.
None. I can't give it that. So 6.5 for me, just for that little thing there, because that could have. If we're against a Liverpool or something like that, I think we might have been punished. But other than that, he had a very solid game. So yeah, 6.5.
Mr. NG himself. What you got for Kepa?
Geez, man. I'll give him a 7. I'm a prisoner of the moment. I give him a 7.
All right. Mr. Ball?
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 6.5. I think I agree with Andrew. He had that one little thing that could have been something, but didn't. But other than that, he did pretty well. For everything he had to do. Didn't actually have much to do, if I'm honest, because Tottenham didn't really offer nothing. But yeah, 6.5.
I'm gonna give him a 7, and I think Ads gave him a 7. Ads, are you still there?
Yeah, 7, man. He done what he needed to do, but he wasn't really called into action, so I can't give him any higher than that.
So we're gonna give Kepa a 7 because majority rules. All right, we'll start on the left center back. Mr. Rudiger, who needs a contract. I need a contract right now, as in yesterday. Had the beautiful goal, locked down his side. Andrew, what are we saying for Rudiger?
8.5. Just another. I thought he's had the last game was pretty quiet, but today he was just outstanding. After they had to do a lot more defending because Nuno surprised us with his tactics. But I thought he dealt with Son very well, and on that side, and the Celso didn't even try anything. And I just thought he was solid, and he capped it off with a great goal. So 8.5 for me.
Yeah, KJ.
Same here, 8.5. I almost want to give him a 9. Yeah, Tottenham really didn't do much on his side. Nothing more to say. 8.5. I'll give him 8.5.
Matt?
Yeah, same 8.5. I think he was brilliant. Obviously scored his goal, took it really well. But yeah, he's all three defenders was supreme at the back, and Rudy was just one of them.
Yeah, and I'll say 8.5 as well. Defended brilliantly. He always has that little shithousery in him that you always see. With at the end with the Emerson foul, where he kicked the ball into him and almost gave him a Rikishi. You love to see that from him, and he does it at least one time every game. So we'll move over to center back, and a man who also scored in Thiago Silva. Andrew.
9.5.
We got a 9.5.
I thought he was outstanding. after the early about 10, 15 minutes. A little bit helter-skelter in there. And it's another thing we need to talk about, how we start so slow in these games as well. We need to start quicker in these games. Apart from that, great goal. Could have had a second. Great defending. Great passing. 9.5 for me. I thought he was outstanding. I can't believe he's going to be 37 years old very soon. Outstanding performance.
KJ.
9.5 as well. That was a near world-class game from a 37-year-old. It didn't even look like he was 37 out there. He did so well. Just organizing the shape of the back line. Man, he was more of a leader than anyone else out there. It really just felt like it was his game. 9.5. That was a brilliant game from Thiago Silva. Pure class.
Matt?
9.5. I think he's my man of the match. He's absolutely supreme. Was fantastic at defending. Made a number of vital blocks early in the game when we needed it. Scored the goal. And was just all round oozing class. He's the best defender in this game at the moment. And 9.5 man of the match for me.
I'm going to say a 9 because for me, 9.5, you got to get multiple goals. But majority has 9.5, so we're going to give him a 9.5. So, he was probably the best player on the pitch today, by far. And we moved to somebody who didn't score but was also equally brilliant. Big up the AC Hive. Andrew, what do you give Andreas Christensen?
Very impressive and solid 8.
Right.
I thought, just like the same, thought a bit. Actually, did a very crucial at the start of the game, crucial clearance. Other than that, you saw Son tried to do him on that side and ended up having to go onto the right hand side because he wasn't getting any joy out of Christensen whatsoever. He was very solid, good partnership, and he is now becoming so consistent that he doesn't give anything lower than a 7. Do you know what I mean? He's now so consistent, and he doesn't look like he's bulked up, but he looks stronger. Looks stronger in all departments. On the ground, good passing, great pace, he's scary fast as well. That I think people forget that, but very solid 8 down that right hand side. They locked it down.
KJ?
8.5. I agree with Andrew. He hasn't given a performance less than a 7. I think he's growing into such a good player, and he's only getting better. I can only imagine what he'll look like when this Chelsea team is fully playing at its peak potential. So good times for Christensen. 8.5 for me.
And Matt, you still there?
Yeah, still there. Sorry. I'd say an 8. I think again, he was probably at the back 3. He was probably the worst, but that's because the rest of them are fantastic. But he was really solid. Putting again some good tackles, good blocks. So 8. I think he's had a great game, and he's been really good over the last 8 months.
And I'm going to go 8 too because he didn't score, and that's why you give Rudiger a 0.5 bump over him. Just because, like I said, he was flawless on the defense. And of course, you have to give a bump. Thiago was probably the best player on the pitch, and Rudiger scored the goal, so you have to give him an extra 0.5. So before we move forward, is this our best back 3? I want to start with Andrew. Is this our best back 3?
Oh, that's a good question. I think in games like this, it is. I do. For example, I wouldn't say for a game in 2 games time against Southampton. I don't think we need to play this back 3. I think we should have enough to contain them. But in this game, I think it is. It is. For these type of games, like next week in City, this back 3, please.
And KJ? Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm really not sure. I'm still on the fence a bit. I'm waiting for a game like City to kind of make that call. I'm on the fence, but as it stands right now, I think this is probably our best back 3.
And Matt?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got to take into consideration, obviously Silva can't really play more than once a week. So you're going to have him and Aspie swap in and out of them roles. But in terms of just looking at a one-game basis, yeah, I think it's a very solid back three. But Aspie, you can argue can come into that as well. I don't mind either. I think that we've got so many good defenders. I don't mind what combination it is.
Yeah, and of course, this is a back three I called for, actually, in the pregame and the pre-match we did the other day. And this is why I think it's our best back three, because AC has something that Aspie will never have. Well, two things right now: pace and height. He won several aerial duels because he has that height. He's very, very calm on the ball. He can sidestep his man, get his head up, and make a pass. And like I said, Aspie from that right center back spot has to go up and down the pitch. Maybe doesn't have the legs, whereas a right wing back, he can stay more forward if we're in an attacking phase and doesn't have to get back as quick. So for me, in my opinion, this is our best back three right now. Whether it's RJ at right wing back or Aspie at right wing back, I want to see this back three against the big teams. And I think we'll probably see Aspie at right wing back next weekend against City. Remember, we only have 2 days between the Aston Villa and the City match on Saturday. So there's only 2 days. So everybody keep that in mind. So we'll move. I just wanted to ask that question while we were there. The man with the wicked left foot on the left-hand side, Mr. Marcos Alonso. Andrew, what do you got?
8.5. Very good. Always seems to play well against Spurs. Had a great, difficult opening period, I think. But got adjusted, was our best probably attacking threat down the left-hand side in the first half. Increased in the second. Got assist from the corner. Should have probably had at least probably 2 goals himself today. Had one cleared off the line. So yeah, very good, very good. A good bounce back after a couple of games where he's been average. But very good, 8.5.
Yeah, KJ?
8.5. Second half, he cleaned up his defensive work quite a bit. Offensively, he was a spectacle to watch. If he had landed both his goal-scoring opportunities, it could have easily been a 9 game. Yeah, I kind of need to practice not judging him a lot more now going forward. But yeah, Marcos Alonso, I just want him to be consistent. These are the games where he needs to step up and just be consistent, even beyond just playing any top 6 team. So if he can do that the rest of the season, then good for him. But yeah, 8.5.
Matt?
I'm gonna go 8. I think it was a very good game for Alonso, and I actually think out of all the players, he was one of the better players in the first half compared to others. And then obviously he got the assist. It was a great ball for Thiago Silva, and he was just a threat always down that left side. I think there could have been, I can nitpick on little stuff that he could have done better, but he is playing well. And unfortunately, Chilwell is going to have to wait. I mean, he'll probably get his time in the League Cup because we will rotate for City. But to get this first choice spot, he's going to have to fight it because Alonso is proving himself at the moment. And fair play to him. I'm not one of his biggest fans, but he's proven himself right now. Sadiq's getting all the credit for it.
Well, I don't know why he gets credit for it. He didn't do anything. But, look, for me, really, I'd say 8.5, but I told Sadiq that I would give him his flowers. So I'm going to go 9 today because he was very influential throughout the entire game. So for me, Alonso's a 9, but majority says 8.5. We had 9 and 8 and 2 8.5. So 8.5 it is for Marcos Alonso. So now we are getting into the area where I'm gonna go across. So we're gonna do Kovacic next. That we might have some disagreements. Andrew, it was a tale of 2 halves for the midfield. So overall, what do you get Mateo Kovacic today?
A 7. Give him a 7. They were in the first half, yeah, that was a good tactical switch by Nuno. They were getting a little bit overrun. He was having misplaced passes himself, trying to drive the ball forward as well. He was losing it for a bit. But in the second half, introduction of Ngolo Kante switched to a 3. I thought he was very good, and arguably he should have probably passed that to Lukaku to make it at least 4, I think, or scored himself. But yeah, 7. He's continuing his good form, so 7.
All right, KJ.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, so I'll give him an 8. First half, obviously, midfield was just getting overrun quite a lot. The partnership between Son and Ndombele was just a bit too much for our midfield and our defense to kind of handle. Kind of made it hard for Kovacic to find himself in space. Obviously, passing wasn't the greatest, but I could argue that everyone in the first half, well, not everyone, but majority of our players had so many misplaced passes. Mount wasn't helping either. Linking up with Kovacic as well. I think the chemistry there was just non-existent, especially going forward in the transitional play. It didn't make Jorginho and Kovacic's case any more easier. Second half, obviously when Kante came in, Kovacic really didn't have to do a lot, but in terms of transitioning to the offense, I thought his game sharpened up quite a bit. He definitely should have taken that earlier. He should have actually just gone for goal. He hesitated a bit and realized he couldn't pass back, so he tried to go and goal again, which was unfortunate for him. But I mean, it wasn't a total train smash. By that time, Tottenham were tired. They barely could play in the game, so it was a little. And yeah, but yeah, give him an 8.
And Matt?
I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to say 5.5. I think he was very... I mean, both midfielders were terrible in the first half. I think partially because of the tactics of Nuno, and credit to him for that. But Kovacic, we all say that Kovacic is really good at being press resistant, but that was literally gone today. He did a bit better in the second half, but that chance at the end, I would make an argument it's possibly worse than the Werner miss. The way he's not... I mean, he didn't even, in the end, he didn't take a touch. He just let it travel and then just... I don't know what he was trying to do with it. It was just poor from him. He was an off game, but you can understand the midfield had a hard job. So I'm going to give a 5.5, and that's me giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, for me, Kovacic, and this is my reasoning. They were better. Midfield was better in the second half. Obviously, when you put a third in there, that's going to make the difference. So he was average in the first half, better in the second half. So I'm going 6.5. So we have no consensus on what he was. So we're going to wait and see what Mr. I Left My Own Stream says when he gets back. But yeah, I said 6.5. You say 5.5. KJ says 8. And we have, I guess, 7 from Andrew.
I guess let's just leave it on the 7. I think we had to average it out.
Well, if you average them out, that's, let's see, 5.5 and 6.5 is 12. And then 8 is, so 27 divided by 4 is?
About 7, yeah, 7.2, something like that.
Yep. So we'll say 7.
Yeah.
And his pivot partnership in Jorginho. Andrew. You're on mute, sir.
Sorry. Give a 7 as well. Better in. I thought he was slightly better than Kovacic with his forward passing in the first half. And then the induction of Kante allowed him to be more comfortable in that midfield the second half when he dominated. So yeah, he gets a 7. Not one of his better games, but improved in the second half like the rest of the team. So
yeah, KJ.
Yeah, 7 as well. Same reasons as Andrew. I think the major thing that obviously did him down. Actually, no, there's not really much to add. 7.
And Matt?
I'm going to give 5.5, same as Kovacic, just the same reasons, because I think they're not really separable.
And for me, that's why I give him a 6.5 as well, because again, 7 in the second half. When we took control of the game, 6 in the first half. He was average, and that again, not because they played very poorly. It was because they were outmanned 4-2 in that midfield. So again, I guess it leaves us with a 7 again for Jorginho. And now we go to the right wing back side of the captain, Mr. Aspilicueta. Start up again with Andrew. What do we got for Aspie?
I'll give him an 8. Overall game, very good. That right hand side with Christensen locked it down. I mean, Sonner to go to the right hand side and try his best, and then was just out of the game. Harry Kane didn't do anything on that right hand side either. Neither did Lo Celso. I thought good going. I thought goodish going forward. Supported well, but then like the rest of it, he was basically camped halfway line for like that, or just a bit in the second half because he was just camped in Spurs half all that time. So yeah, very good, solid 8 for me for Aspie.
And KJ.
Solid 8 performance. I agree. He had a decent game. They wasn't really a spectacle game. He did have the one pass Andrew alluded to. He did what Aspilicueta always does in the game. You know, if it's not amazing, he will at least give you something. So give him 8.
And Matt.
I'm going to give him a 7. I think he did good. I don't think he did as well as Alonso. I think Alonso was more of a threat. But yeah, consistent Aspie as usual. Didn't really make too many mistakes at all. So 7.
I was going to go 7.5, but since we have 2 8s, I'm going to go 7 because I actually think he was probably about 7.5. Because if you look at the scoring that we've already given people, I think Christensen gets a half a point over because he's not asked to do anything offensively. Whereas in Aspie's position, he is supposed to do a little bit more offensively. And I felt that maybe down that side we didn't. And first half that was because he played with Mount. Second half, of course, we had Kante on that side, so he played better in the second half. So for me, it's a 7. So we're going to say 7.5. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah. So let's do probably the one that's not going to be as controversial, and let's go with the big men up top and Lukaku, since he played 90.
Right.
Andrew?
6.5. It's slightly unfair because not all of his making because the supply wasn't that good. I thought he improved in the second half. He had a bit. He sort of become a bit too selfish in the second half. I know he set up Werner for a couple, but some where he could have. I thought he could have done the reverse on some of them where he passed and some where he should have shot. But 6.5 for him. I think I don't need to say any more really.
All right, KJ.
Man, 6.5. This wasn't a particularly great technical game from him. He was a bit more selfless in the first half. I think he became selfish because of the frustrations that were mounting in the first half. He wasn't really getting the service he wanted. Passes that were coming to him weren't as good. Even his distribution game wasn't amazing. He struggled at times to pick out a pass, and even when he was taking on attackers, we could see he's not the player that will dribble a player 1v1 and try to do something with it. He will more so look for a pass. Second half, I just think he took it upon himself to just try to be a bit more aggressive and selfish, but it didn't really work out too well. It's kind of worrying who Tuchel plays up front with him. So yeah, it's I don't blame him. I could understand why he started becoming a bit more selfish and frustrated in the second half, but yeah, it's a problem we kind of need to fix up. Yeah, I'll give him a 6.5. Yeah.
Matt?
It's a tough one. I'm gonna give him a 7. It might be a bit lenient, but I am gonna give him the excuse of first half he just didn't get any hold up. You had Mason Mount who gave him that terrible ball when we had the one chance to get something out of it. In the second half, particularly when Werner came on, it improved a lot more. He was a bit selfish. I think there was one opportunity where he had the ball and he just dilly-dallied a bit too much, and then there was too many Spurs players back and it didn't come to anything. But he had a couple of shots saved by Lloris. I think the main thing Lukaku is, he's a great player, but you need to give him some sort of service and you need a partner next to him. And for me, Timo Werner should be starting the next few games because we're better with Timo when he's on the pitch. So 7.
Yeah, I'm going to say 7 too. And this, again, he didn't have the service. He tried to make the most of a bad situation. But I really want to highlight the difference between everybody else on the pitch and the next 2 players we're about to talk about. So for me, I'm saying 7 because I really want to hammer home the difference between the rest of the team and the last 2 players we're going to talk about that started. So for me, it's a 7. We've got 2 6.5s, 2 7s. Did that move the needle for anybody, what I just said? Andrew? KJ?
6.75. Split is different. I did put it in. I also factored in that the second half. Yeah, he did better, but I thought he started to become, and I don't mind this, but some of the decisions were to be more selfish. I mean, we were 2-0 up in the 10 minutes, and I understand that, but you know, I just thought that overall took me from a 7 to a 6.5.
Look, like I said, it wasn't his fault. You can't blame the score he's getting right now solely on him. And I don't want to get to Mount right now. We'll wait for that. But I mean, when you look at the overall game, like, come on. But when Werner came on, you could see a glimpse of something that could be good, given time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's why. Yeah, that's why I just think overall. Listen, I know we're going to go into it in the next 2 players as well. I just thought the first half and I know he had no service either, but sometimes he had a couple of misplaced passes that could have been better as well. Overall, it's still that front 3 that needs to click, or 2 if we move forward, whatever. But for this game, and I'll solely base it on this game, 6.75. Yeah.
So I'm going to do that, which just so you know, the next 2 are going to get utterly battered. So
yeah, that's fine. I'm well aware. Should we do Kai first?
We'll do Kai because he actually stayed on after halftime. Yeah. So Andrew, Kai.
5, just. It's a 5. And that's only because he had a little bit of improvement on the second half, because I thought that suited him as well. But 5, I think he was pretty average, and 5 might even be the highest score he gets in this from anyone, but 5 for me.
KJ?
If we're saying 5 is the average, then definitely 5. First half poor. Yeah. Second half, he grew into the game a bit, but not tremendously. 5.
And Matt?
I'm going to go with 4, and that is because he improved slightly in the second half, but again, not enough to what I'd expect. Another poor game by Kai, I think. Like Mount, we'll get into Mount, obviously, but they both need to improve because their spots are being looked at by Werner. Obviously, Ziyech has got a shoulder problem, so we'll see how he comes back from that and see if he can improve. And then obviously we've got Pulisic in the waiting to come back, so he'll be itching to get a chance.
Yeah, I said for me it's going to be a 5 for Kai, and for a couple reasons. One, I don't like him on the left-hand side. I'd prefer him to be on the right, and so he can cut in on his left. But I'm going to use Johnny logic because he used this in Mount's defense
more on there.
Yeah,
more on there, Jester.
Yeah, but we'll do it since he stayed on longer. He actually was a better player because he came out in the second half. Mount didn't. That's Johnny logic. So I'm going to say a 5. So overall, we've got three 5s and a 4. So Kai gets a 5. So I got to have some sort of basement here.
Yeah.
Then we come to the man that we haven't mentioned.
So I'm going to start this because I'm always, and I do agree with this. I'm always being told that, if he doesn't give us some attacking, his off the ball work, he's great. He was shocking in all areas today, absolutely shocking. And I don't really want to go in because I expect this of him because he's a young player. Okay, I expect him to go out of form. Okay, but if I'm going to base it solely on this game. No one got 2 yet. Who we got to? We got to Mount. Sorry. I would just say this. I think that was his worst half since he started for Chelsea. I'm going to give him a 2.5. He was shocking in all areas. On the ball and off the ball, he was nowhere today. He was below par. Absolutely everything. So off the ball thing today, don't give me that bullshit today, anyone. Off the ball today, he was rubbish as well. His decision making
that's a bit harsh.
It's not harsh. It's probably kind, because a 2.5 for me. Shocking, absolutely shocking.
Mr. KJ, what do you got for him?
Okay, before I even say what I need to say, this is no disrespect to Mount. I do think he's an exceptional player, and given time, he will get back into form. But that genuinely was his worst game in a Chelsea shirt. I can't remember the last time I looked at Mount and I was just disappointed. I don't think it's ever happened. What he offered in that game was dismal. You could take him off and you wouldn't feel the difference in the squad. That's how non-impactful he was. More so in the first half, it was shocking at how bad his chemistry is with Lukaku. It almost feels like they haven't been training together, which is scary to say. Second half, like he grew into the game, but it wasn't enough for me to be like Mount is an impactful player. Tuchel did him a favor by taking him off. If we're being honest. I don't think he would have offered anything in the end. I think his game was actually declining throughout the match. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. There's so many things I complain about, especially him in the final third, and it's always going back to the final third, where you need Mount to add some sort of attacking presence, add some sort of creativity, and it's just not happening for him. So I think we just need to be honest about Mount now, and we can't just lean onto the fact that he's one of our own and he's this and he's that. We need to be honest. And
it's the banner, man. It's the banner.
everyone should get a banner, but I'll give him a 3. I won't. 3. That's the best I can give him.
Matt.
Right, so I'm going to give him a 2 out of 10. I think I'm even going to make the point. I know Johnny's going to come out with, but he does all this work off the ball. Well, where did that come from? Because the midfield was overrun. So if he was doing his work off the ball, surely the midfield wouldn't have got overrun in the end. So he wasn't even really doing that today. Everything about him. Final ball, Paul, just absolutely non-existent. And that pass to Lukaku, I can't forgive that. I'm sorry. I know people are going to say, you're looking at one chance. Yes, but that's a pretty big chance. If Lukaku gets that ball, and if Mount makes that pass in exactly the way Lukaku wants it, Lukaku is getting it on target, and most likely it's going to be 1-0 at that point. And then the game's completely ripped open. But the problem is,
So Matt, it's even arguable that he should have given that to Havertz more than.
I mean,
Lukaku.
I would have given. I still would have given it to Lukaku because Lukaku. If it goes,
right, yeah.
and you know he's gonna. You know he's most likely gonna be the one to bag that in. But it's that chance would have completely changed the game, and it's something that's consistently happening with Mount now, and I think he's been horrendous. If I'm honest, since he weren't that great in the Euros, let's be honest. And then since then, he's been average at best in certain games, and in other games like now, he's been poor. And we need to get past the point of Mount is undroppable because he runs a lot. That's like saying, I remember Man United fans were saying before that Lingard was great because he runs a lot and he does a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
At some point, you've got to add final ball and contributions. And when you've got a man that has got 27 goal contributions last season and he's not even getting a game, and then he comes on and gets an assist straight away within 20 minutes, that just proves that you can't just have players that are undroppable and keep playing them. I understand sometimes a player might need consistency to get out of a bad patch of form, but sometimes a player needs to drop in, and I think at the moment Mason Mount needs to drop in. Werner definitely needs to be within one of these players in the front three at the moment. He proved that today, and he's proved it in international break. Whether they're bum teams or not, I'm not gonna comment on that. But Werner deserves to be in the side, and I think Mason Mount needs to drop in. If you want to play him with Werner, I don't mind because Havertz has been, as we've said, just as bad in some games. But Mount has been awful. We can't hide behind the fact that he's Mason Mount. He's one of our own, and you've got people like Johnny would scream you down if you say anything. So 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the host with the most, Mr. Sadiq. What do you give Mount?
Let's have it, yeah. What I gotta say first of all is he definitely was the worst out of the bunch, but I like to keep a very balanced rating for him and Kai Havertz. Like I'll give them a 4 and a 5, for example, simply because no one in the first half done well going forward, and I think every pass that we saw in the final third from each of them were questionable and not good enough. So I can't fully go all out at him, but it was the worst performance out of the bunch, definitely in this team. So I'm gonna give him like a 4.5 or 5-ish, roughly. I'll keep it a bit balanced. He only had 45 minutes, guys. We can't give him a 2.5. It's a bit harsh.
I can give him.
You drop a stinker, you get a 2.
Yeah, but they're all bad, bro. First half was all bad, bro.
No.
Yeah, but everyone else proved
Havertz
himself.
was bad as all. Havertz was bad as all.
But
that's why I gave him a 4.5
Well,
and that was only because he very slightly improved.
At least.
I'll come to that in a minute. Can you highlight Redneck Blue's comment, please? Because that's a brilliant comment. I thank Tuchel for having the balls to take him off. Not a lot of coaches would do this based on how popular he is at the bridge, and this is absolutely true. To say that Tuchel has a favorite in this team is rubbish. He saw somebody had a bad performance. He saw that he had the worst performance of the half, and that's why Kai stayed on, and that's why Mount came off. Using Johnny logic means Kai was better than Mount. That's Johnny logic from the Zenit game. That's why he said Mount had a better game than Ziyech, because Ziyech came off first. So I just wanted to highlight that comment because that is absolutely correct. And for me, Mount was wearing his number on the back and his score on the front. He was a 3.
Whoa.
This guy had a golden opportunity to slip one of the best strikers in the world in and put the ball behind him. And even when he did that, Lukaku made a brilliant pass back to him, one touch, and he fluffed it. So
was the pass good enough?
The pass was good enough. I saw it in slow motion. I saw it in real time. He fluffed it. So on one play, he made a poor pass and fluffed a chance on goal. I'm sorry. If you're saying that he deserves a banner to fly in the stadium or to go through the stadium, and he's the next captain of this team, you better expect more. He's a 3.
He's one of our own, bro.
I don't care if he's one of our own or not one of our own. I don't base anything on that. He's a Chelsea player just like everybody else on that pitch. He was poor. He gets a 3. So we've got 2.5, or is it 2? Yeah, so 2.5 wins out. Mouse to 2.5.
Nippin, is Nippin here? Does Nippin want to give a rating?
Matt, do you want to rate Mount Nippin?
He put 0 in the private chat.
Oh, a 0.
So
Damn.
So we're going to go to 2.5.
I love it, Nippin. I love it. Big up, Nippin.
So we've got the substitutions coming on. Let's go with Kante because he got more time on the pitch. Of course, he was the halftime sub to change the game. We'll go back up to, since KJ's at the top, we'll go with KJ first. KJ, Ngolo with the goal line.
Ngolo Kante, man. I'm just, I'm giving him a 9. I don't care. He's a 9. As soon as he walks onto the pitch, man, he changed the game, man. Honestly, defensively, he just cleaned up the defense. And like I said in the beginning, he answers the question. We could put anyone in goal. It doesn't matter. The ball won't reach the keeper. It's phenomenal how fast he impacts a game. He offers that level of security that no CDM can ever offer. I don't think there's a player like him, and I don't think there will be in a couple of years. He is a world-class individual. Even offensively, going up front, he was just creating chances, finding good passes. His link-up play with the midfield was just astonishing. There's no bad thing you can say about him. He's just too good. He's a 9. He's a 9.
Just quickly, just as how can Kepa only get 7?
Because that was the consensus, because he didn't have a lot to do.
He saved us like so many times.
Look, man, you weren't here.
Name them. Apart from Son's one, name the other one. Name me another one.
Kane drilled shot. He caught it. I know you would have said he would have parried it. He would have parried it. You know he would have parried it.
Man, that wasn't a save.
He did okay, but he didn't have much to do. So 7 is above
average.
Let
me ask you. So the shot from Kane outside the box, that was simple to catch. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
No, it was a good.
Yes.
I'm saying it's a good save. It's a good save.
Answer my question, please. Answer my question.
It's a good save. And
be honest. Be honest with yourself.
I wouldn't say it's easy, but not hard at the same time. I'd say it's medium. We can't just say it's Kepa. We can't just say it's Kepa. I'm judging him how I judge Mendy. It's a medium side.
If Mendy had the same game, he'd get the same score.
No, he wouldn't.
Or 6.5.
No, but he didn't. It wasn't like he had any outstanding saves to make.
Tottenham didn't do anything. Tottenham didn't do anything to us today.
I've never seen Kepa come out and catch the ball and give us the confidence. The guy was doing it.
No, but I'm saying.
So are you praising Kepa for doing what every other goalkeeper should do?
Bro!
Is that what we're doing here? Is that what we're doing here? No,
he deserves a 10.5 to 8, man. The 7's an agenda, man. Look at the comments. The comments agree with me, bro. The comments agree, man.
No, the comments are bantering. The comments are bantering because they know you're bantering. That's why.
I'm not bantering, bro. He had a good game.
How can you give him? How can he get? Sorry.
7 is a good game.
In all seriousness, hang on. In all seriousness, how does he get to an 8 with his performance today?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Okay. Yeah.
He's able to play from the back, which he has done fantastic today.
You're just telling us attributes. You're not telling us about the game itself.
I'm telling you what he done right. He made us relax at the back as well as the back three. Usually we get a bit scared and we just boot the ball. We had the ball at the back. We were able to pass. We were able to dictate and try and play from the back many times. That was one. Harry Kane's shot, it was not simple, people. I'm telling you now, that was not an easy save to catch. Honestly,
I'm sorry. That wasn't easy. That was a standard catch. Standard catch. Every goalkeeper should make that catch. But you say you play from the back. he hardly played from the back. He rolled it out to Thiago Silva, who played from the back most of the game.
No, he didn't.
And
Bro. There's a
during
couple
that
times where
second
he
half.
pinged it to Alonso. There's a couple times where he pinged.
Oh
to...
my God, he pulled it out. Man, oh my God, the goalkeeper made a pass to a defender that was free. Oh my God,
bro, I'm just
praise.
Oh yeah. Actually, thank you, Major. He actually read Tottenham's through ball that picked out the entire defense and he cleared it. Are we going to
But he's
ignore that?
supposed to do that.
Like all goalkeepers should
come
do.
on.
And
He
all
read
goalkeepers
that.
have.
Stick. Hold on. That's what we're not
What's happened
saying.
to you,
He's.
man?
It's not like
have
we're
you been
saying.
having
It's not
some
like
of
we're.
Johnny's minerals because you're talking.
It's not like
Sorry,
we're saying he's had a
crazy.
bad game.
Yeah, but you lot are going on like I'm saying it's a 10. I'm saying
No.
it's a 7.5 to an 8.
No, I'm going on like you're saying it's an 8.
I could maybe understand 7.5, but if we're going by the ratings we've done, he wasn't as good as AC.
Yeah,
Because they didn't get into the box like that.
Right.
because
Because
of
everything
the
that
defense.
Thiago and Rudiger were so great.
No, but they
Yeah.
were caught out a few times and Kepa cleared their lines.
Yeah, but he was good. And
Guys,
he was
look
good.
at the comments. Look at the comments, man. Look, they're all good.
Yeah,
He
the
was-
comments
I
know.
don't care
The
what the
comments know
comments-
it's
this-
bantering.
They're not
This-
bandits.
this-
They're telling us.
He was good and consistent today. That's why, like I said with Aspie, I gave Aspie a 7 out of 10 for the same reason. So
He got a
I can-
7. I don't see what's bad with a 7.
if you want to say 7.5, I could understand.
Yeah, I said
But not
7.5
an
and 8. That's what I said.
Yeah, I don't understand the 8, but 7.5 I could give.
But he
You don't have to
made
keep
a
having this
mistake.
discussion. There you go. There's your 7.5.
But he made a-
No, I
But
want
he made
7.75. 7.75.
No.
No, we ain't
If he
going
says
there.
it now,
No.
drop it
No,
down to
this-
a 7.
We had that argument with Lukaku, so we're not
So,
having that
and
again.
also he nearly cost us a goal. So he
No,
shouldn't
he
get a
didn't.
7. Yeah, he did. He
Which
fluffed
one?
it, pushed it out, only because Son or Kane weren't on it at the time. He nearly cost us a goal.
If that
So
was your
that's
goat, you
why.
would have put that in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Okay, so what
don't even-
about the Son save? What about the Kane save? What about picking
We're
out
saying
Rudiger?
that. That's
Well,
why
I'm
he's
not
got
counting-
good
I'm
marks.
sorry. I'll count the Son save, fine, but that was a catch like an 8-year-old should make.
Andrew,
So,
I promise you, that was not a normal shot to catch.
Sadiq, you're trying to put
I used to
you're trying
play
to put on.
goalkeeper. That was a
Yeah,
routine
that was.
save.
Come on, man. Come on.
Kane,
That was a routine
Kane's shot
save.
was a routine save.
It was a
Kane-
routine
Yes.
save. Every keeper,
Routine
professional keeper, should make that save. Every single one of them.
Guys in the comments, please tell me your honest opinion. Was that an easy save? Just like I know most goalkeepers would have parried that for a corner.
Yeah, but you know, you could put this
Kepa
input
lost
in if
the
you were
power
here
down.
when we rated it.
Sorry?
You're making us go back and do the entire thing again.
No, I agree
No,
with everything
but
else. I agree with everything else. I just think Kovacic is 7.
Huh?
Yeah, first half he wasn't that good.
Yeah, we
Bro,
6 in the
and
first
had him
half,
on
8.
Smash.
Yeah. No.
Yes, he
No.
did. He had him on
Who?
Smash, bro. Listen, I'm not biased. I speak first off. He got
Oh, really?
goal.
You pick up Kepa all the time. Of course you're fine.
No, but generally,
You
Kepa had
try
a
and
very
put him
good
in.
game today. Kepa had a
Oh,
very
he had
good
a
game. Today.
decent, good game. He had a good game, but that was it. Not a very good
Thank
game.
you very much, bro. Thank you, honestly, man. These lot just hate Kepa. I don't know why, honestly.
We don't hate Kafa.
Hey, by the way, I gave Alonso a 9.
Yeah,
Just so
was
you-
I gave
just
it
so you
8.5.
know.
So, yeah,
So,
Kepa 8. Man,
If
you
Thiago
guys
didn't
you
score,
guys
if Thiago didn't score, Marks Alonso would be man of the match.
No. Even before his goal, it was man the match.
yeah, Thiago was brilliant.
Thiago
today.
Silva was supreme.
Who changed the game in the second half? What was the
Thiago
first shot?
Silva.
What was the
He
first
scored.
shot?
Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah,
Tuchel
Thomas
changed.
Tuchel.
Yeah, Thomas
That's
Tuchel
what
changed the second half.
happened. Thomas Tuchel
And
changed.
Okay,
Ngolo
but out of the
Kante.
players who stood up, the first chance.
Thiago
Yeah,
Silva
alright.
had the first chance.
The volley. Oh, why did he go quiet?
Thiago Silva
No.
had the first chance.
Huh?
Thiago Silva scored from the first chance, didn't he?
No, I'm gonna ask you again.
You're
You
talking
had
about the
the
volley that got parried over. It was a very good strike, but it didn't go in the back of the net. A very good strike that doesn't go in the back of the net is just a strike that's just an on-target shot.
I'm telling you lot now, you lot got Alonso and Kepa agenda.
Oh,
What?
I've seen it. You just give the guys the praise today, just for this.
we
game.
did give him the
We did,
praise.
though.
8.5 is a praise.
No, I'm talking about Kepa.
We gave us.
Hold on, Sadiq. If you rewind back to this, when we were rating Alonso, I said he was one of the better players in the first half.
Bro, he's the second best player on the team.
I could have a slight.
And he's muted for a reason. Because
I'd say second or third.
I'm not muted. I'm free.
I'd say Silva was by far man the match, and I'd probably say Rudiger and Alonso probably in about the same level.
Nippin, what would you give Kepa out of 10?
It's a free channel, right?
Yes, you can say whatever you want.
7 out of 10.
Yes! Yes!
Leave the camera for this one.
Get on my channel.
Don't leave. Don't leave.
Thousand rival. 7
Get on my
out
channel,
of 10.
Leave my channel.
Ignore Sadiq.
Get on my channel,
No,
Nippin.
Sadiq,
We're not
he's
friends
got a
anymore.
Don't let him bully you.
We're not
He's trying to
friends.
bully you into changing your
Don't let
decision.
him
Don't
bully
let him bully
We're
you.
not friends. We're not brothers anymore.
Say no to peer pressure.
Yeah.
We're not friends anymore. Nippin, I don't like you anymore.
Whoa!
That's harsh,
7
man.
out of 10.
Sadiq.
You got
Very good.
fine.
Come on,
7 out
stand
of
your
10.
ground.
Very
Come
good.
on.
Get on my channel.
Very
bro.
good,
Get on my
Nippin.
channel, bro.
Good man, Nippin. Put
Nippin.
Sadiq in his place.
Nipping in. Nipping in.
Nipping in.
Hashtag
I want to
nipping
ban
in.
you. You're banned
Wait,
from tonight, bro.
We love you, Nippin.
Nippin.
We do. We love you, Nippin. We do.
do.
Oh,
We
Nippin. We
do.
love
Oh,
you.
yeah.
You said you accept other opinion here.
No, you're
Yeah.
getting
Oh! Facts!
Oh!
Facts!
You're getting banned from tonight. You're getting banned from tonight.
Oh, boo.
Ignore him. Ignore him.
This is worldwide agenda, not worldwide Chelsea.
Worldwide Johnny.
Oh,
Oh,
You
man.
don't mean
Nippin,
it,
what did
Sadiq.
Nipping in.
Nippin, what did
You
you give
don't-
Alonso? What
oh,
did you give
look.
Alonso?
What?
He gets a 7 as well.
What?
Get out.
That's a bit low. That's a
Get
bit
out.
low. That's a bit low.
Yo,
Yeah,
leave
man.
the channel.
He's the
Get him
Russian
out now,
judge.
Steve. Get him out now, Steve.
He's the Russian judge today.
What are you?
I'm not
What is
leaving
he?
your
Simon
I'm not
Cowell?
leaving the stream.
He's drunk.
You're,
bro.
you're fine, Nippin. You're fine.
Nippin, you're
We're
fine.
messing with you. We're messing
You're drunk.
with
You're drunk.
Can we do
Yeah,
a,
you're
a
drunk.
content
Yeah,
rating?
you're an authorized account on WorldWideChels.
Who,
No.
me?
You've been drinking vinegar. You've been drinking
No,
vinegar again,
unfortunately
haven't you? You've gone mad. That's it.
Who else passed away? Oh, that's the same guy, Jim Greaves.
You lot, man. I've got to actually wrap up, unfortunately. We've gone through the rate. Is anyone else left? Sorry.
No, we
Oh,
got
we're just
Kante
about
and
to
Werner.
Kante and Werner.
Oh, no, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
I'm
So we're
sensitive
gonna go
when
quick.
you tell.
KJ,
I'm
Kante.
sensitive to some of your jokes.
I want to mute him.
Oh.
Carry on.
I'm not gonna give that speech again. Basically, Kante is a
You said
9.
8, didn't you?
No, I said 9.
9.
9.
Matt,
I'm going to give him an 8 because when he come on, the extra body in midfield changed the
That's
game.
racist.
We went from doing nothing in the midfield to outrunning the midfield again, and we controlled the game. That is mainly down to Tuchel putting him on, but Kante did a great job. He got his goal, obviously diabolical. Had to make the mistake for it to go in, but the goal's a goal, and we all love Kante. We all love to see Kante score, and yeah, I can't be all happier for the guy at 8 out of 10.
Sadiq,
Simple 9, man. Change the game.
Andrew,
8.5.
Yep, 9 wins.
Yeah, so I
I'm
said,
going
I
one
said,
up. I'm going one further.
You
You're gonna say
10
10?
out of 10, 10 out of 10 man of the match.
Yeah, 9. 9, bro.
Mate,
I say he was an 8 because he only played a half.
When coming on.
That is correct. He did. That's why he's an 8 because he only played 45 minutes. So, but 9 wins out,
Yes.
And he scored.
and he did score. First time since
He scored a
Southampton.
banger, man. Banger.
Mm.
What a goal
Yeah,
that was.
don't we wish Mount would shoot like that?
Yeah,
Or just shoot. Or just shoot.
or pass.
So last player up is Timo Werner. Came on, had 2 chances to score, didn't do them, but he did have the Rudiger assists. So Timo Werner, KJ.
I give him a 7. I think when he came on, like I said, we saw glimpses of potentially a good partnership between him and Lukaku. The assist, obviously, I don't think that's a simple thing. It was a perfectly weighted pass, which none of our players were doing. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Stop sending me shots, bro.
Come on.
I know
Werner,
Alonso was doing stuff like that, but players like Mason Mount, nowhere.
Okay, so Nippin, what do you give Werner?
I'll give him a 4 out of 10.
What? No, ban him.
No.
I'll give him a 6 out of 10
ban him.
because obviously because free speech isn't allowed here.
No, you can have.
No, you
4 out of
can.
10.
It's just that was kind of off.
Man said 4 with his chest, fam. Don't ask him again, please.
Okay, Matt.
5 out of 10.
Okay, we got you. Matt.
I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Now I'm going to say big up to Father. Timo Werner Hive is active and ready. Timo Werner needs to come back in this squad for either. You can rest him for Aston Villa, but he has to come in for Man City. 27 goal contributions last season. He comes on not even 20 minutes, gets a good assist, and whenever we have Timo Werner on the pitch, we play better. Whether it's him creating spaces for other people like Kovacic to come in and get that chance, linking up with Lukaku like Havertz and Mount have been trying to do for the last 3 games, yet Timo Werner only needs 20 minutes to do that. He did miss a few chances. I think the second one was a good save from Lloris. I think could he have chipped it? Maybe, but people like Ronaldo would have chipped that and done well, but you've got to be elite to do that. Otherwise, I thought it was a good save. I didn't think he did nothing wrong. The first one, miscontrolled it. Typical of Timo, but you've got to expect him to do it. But the thing is with Timo, and this is what I was saying to Ryan on his channel, the thing with Timo is he creates chances. He might miss some of them, but he creates far more chances for himself and others than what Mason Mount and Havertz do. I'd rather have someone that's creating chances and missing some, scoring some, than 2 players that are not creating anything for anyone and being passengers in the game. So 7.5 for Timo. He needs to get back in this squad and be given a consistent run. I challenge Tuchel to do that for the Man City game.
Morata! Go. He missed. No, he scored. Way to breakaway. Morata.
As we were talking about Werner and Morata.
Yeah, he chipped the keeper too.
Oh.
I guess he's world class.
No.
Sadiq.
Don't go that far.
I'll give him 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Andrew.
I give Werner a 7. I don't think that was a good save by Lloris. I think it was a bad finish by Werner. He could have done more with that. Also, and okay, he got an assist. There's no way he's picking Tony Rudiger out for that assist. Rudiger made that goal, but he did well, and I thought he linked up well. And if we're going to a 3-5-2, I think Werner is a top candidate to be paired with Lukaku going forward.
Yeah, but he has to start.
What?
He has to start against Villa and City.
No, maybe against Villa. I don't know.
Okay.
I think you can rest him as long as he plays against City.
Since Sadiq has to go, let's wrap that. I say a 6.5, and this is my reasoning. He should have scored 2 goals. He fluffed 2 goals. Take him down a point for each goal missed, and you give him a half a point for each one he missed. You take him up a half a point for the assist. He put it in the right place that he knew somebody should be in that area. So maybe he didn't pick out Rudiger, but he picked out the space. And that was the correct place to put the ball. 6.5 for me. So overall, we've got, a 6. We got a 4. We got 7.5s. So,
guys,
what were you gonna? I guess we're gonna settle at a 6.5 then.
6.5.
Yes, nip in.
Will you still be live after 20 minutes?
No. We're closing now. We're closing now.
So that's the ratings for.
So I'm gonna wait until you close out before I get on the train then.
All right.
So last thing is rating for Thomas Tuchel. We'll start with the top real quick. KJ.
I'll give him Give him a 9. Give him a 9.
Nippin,
Yo,
we need a rating for the boss.
Thomas Tuchel, 9 out of 10. Tactical second half masterclass.
Yep. Matt.
I'm going to give him an 8.5. Obviously, could have done better with the tactics originally, but I don't. If I would challenge anyone to tell me that they predicted that Spurs were going to press out like that in a diamond before this game, but the way he reacted to it in the second half was fantastic, and he changed the game with bringing Kante on. So 8.5.
Sadiq.
When you got explaining like that, yeah, maybe 9 out of 10 then, definitely. First off, could have been better, but overall.
Andrew.
I give him an 8. I'm giving him an 8 because I wanted him to, and he did it at half time, but I wanted him to do it sooner. I wanted him out of by about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And also he didn't start betting early instead of Kepa, so he gets it.
Wow.
So for me, it's a 9. Again, it's very difficult to know what a manager is going to play coming out. He saw that his midfield was getting overran. He made the change. It surprised me when I came back. I was doing something. I looked back at the TV and it was Mount that came off for Kante. I was like, oh. So for me, just doing that is a 9 out of 10. So for me, it's a 9. So
Tell me one English player you rate, Jester.
well, it's not that Mount had a bad game, but like the redneck said, he did it to everybody's favorite Chelsea player. Just at the bridge, he might have gotten booed for that. But he did it knowing that Mount was bad. He needed to have a third midfielder, and Ngolo Kante was that man. So, props to the manager. So that's the ratings, folks.
Thank you, Justice. I do have
Steve,
to go.
can you highlight this comment by Terence Tibbs? It's a good point, and you'll like it.
Terry Tips or what, Mike?
Well, you got this first point said, amazing what a good chef can do, and then last season Alonso was rotten meat. This season under Tuchel, prime cut.
Absolutely.
Very true.
Absolutely. Well said, man. Well said. But listen, guys, Justice, thank you for hosting with Matt as well. Big up Andrew, big up Nathan for coming on, KJ, of course. Really, really appreciate your help and support. Guys, if you can, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification, download the OneFootball link in the description, and support the channel, man. Justice, see you soon. Matt, see you soon. Andrew, take care. Nippon, get him safe. Let me know when you're home. KJ, take care of yourself as well, man. You lot, peace.